Everyone, welcome to Lessons from the Queen. My name is Amber, aka the Adulting Queen. If you couldn't tell, love Beyonce. So that is what inspired this presentation to give you all lessons that you can use in your business, personal life, and overall just professionally from songs that we've listened to every day. Now, I hope that when you listen to them, you take something away from them that you might not have when you initially did in the beginning. So just first, drop in the chat your name, your business, where you're from, and your favorite Beyonce song. And also add if you are going to the tour or you've been to the tour already. I have my tickets, super excited to go in August. So as you all are doing that, I'll just introduce myself a little bit. My name is Amber, and I started The Adulting Queen in 2019. I'm originally from New York, and I have my bachelor's degree in psychology from SUNY College at Old Westbury, which is located in Long Island, New York. My master's degree in higher education and leadership policy studies from Hofstra University, also located in Long Island, New York. I lived in Miami, New York, and now Baltimore. And my personal and business tagline is brunch, travel, adult, repeat. That's kind of what brought me here today to do this presentation for you all, the Blaze Talk, because throughout my business and just my journey as an educator, primarily before I shifted to starting the Adulting Queen, there are a lot of lessons and things that I feel like I learned and I've instilled in my students, but also are super beneficial for us as well. And when you're always teaching other people things, you don't think about what can actually be applicable to your life as well. So the first song, Formation, I see it, I want it, I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it, I twirl on them haters. Sometimes I go off, I go hard, I take what's mine, I'm a star because I slay trick or you get eliminated. Always stay gracious, best revenge is your paper. In this song, you're hearing be unapologetically yourself. Beyonce had hot sauce in her bag. Don't let the haters bring you down. There are always going to be people that don't agree with you or don't think you're doing the best thing for yourself, but you need to do what is best for you. Believe in yourself to do the good work that you were born to do. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. Step into that every day when you wake up. Work hard for what you deserve. We wish things could happen overnight. Unfortunately, they do not. So you need to keep working hard and don't give up on your dreams. And be proud of where you come from. In this song, Beyonce repped very hard where her mom and dad were from, and she is very proud to be a legacy of where her parents are from. Best thing I never had. I wanted you bad. I'm so through with that because honestly, you turned out to be the best thing I never had. What goes around comes back around. So what you're putting out into the world is what you're going to get back. I think if we wake up every day with thinking in mind, like we're going to try to do the best that we can do, we're going to be kind, we're going to be a good person, we're going to put positivity out there, that is what will come back to you. That does not mean it's easy every single day to wake up and do that. But if you get yourself in the mindset to try to do that, to try to put your best foot forward, that's what's going to come back to you. Sometimes the thing that you thought you wanted might be redirecting you towards something even better. I know that when I was in undergrad and I was a student leader, I did not initially get the positions that I applied for. And I was a little discouraged in the beginning, but after I kept applying, I kept trying, I did get those positions. And now in my career, I've been able to become an educator and start my business as educating adults to navigate adulting because I was redirected from all the no's that I got. It is discouraging, but going back to point one, you need to keep showing up and doing the best that you can do so that that can come back to you. Not getting a position, like I said, is hard, but trust me, every no is leading to somewhere that will give you a yes. And you think that you want something and God has something else planned for you. I don't think that any of us here today could have said that where you are right in this moment is where you thought you wanted to be, but it's exactly where you needed to be. And if it won't matter from 5 years from now, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. Listen. So, oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside and turned into your own, all because you won't listen. Now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you've made of me. I followed the voice you gave to me, but now I've got to find my own. You need to stand up for yourself and do what you believe is best for you. Again, all these really are about you, which is hard for us to put us first, but you have to put you first. Like Cookie said, Solutions line, you got to put yourself first, because if you don't, nobody else will. And if you're in your business and not taking care of yourself and neglecting your goals, nobody else is going to do those things for you. So you need to find a way to stand up for yourself and do what you believe is best. Finding your own way. It's easy for us to listen to other people and follow somebody else's dreams, but you need to do what is best for you and what you believe in for yourself. And on the other side of this as well, you want to listen to others. You don't want to put people down or put them into a box of what they think they can be, or I'm sorry, of what you think they can be just because of your own perception. And you need to help others find their voice as well, because it's very hard for people to build that self-confidence and speak up, which is something that is just so difficult. And when you're putting people down and making them feel negative about themselves, that is not helping anybody at all. 7-Eleven. So when I always get to this song makes no sense. Clap it, clap it, clap it. Foot up, my foot up. Hold up now, my foot up. I'm spinning my foot up. I'm spinning my foot up. Wave your hand side to side. And the song continues to go like this the whole time. There are no words that make any complete sense to this song at all. But with that, I feel like you just take away, embrace being silly and not caring. Sometimes you need to do things that make you look silly, and you always want to make sure you're having fun. When we get to be adults, having fun seems like it is a chore or something that you're always trying to schedule in. But if we just wake up every day of like, okay, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to find joy. I'm going to get back to something that makes me happy. That just makes the rest of your day, the rest of your week, the rest of your months a million times better. So keep in mind that you want to be having fun. Things should not always feel like a drag and you're dreading moving forward and waking up and doing those things that you need to do for yourself. Pretty hurts. We shine the light on whatever's worse. Perfection is a disease of a nation. Pretty hurts. Pretty hurts. We shine the light on whatever's worse. You're trying to fix something, but you can't fix what you can't see. It's the soul that needs a surgery. Ain't got no doctor or pill that can take the pain away. The pain's inside and nobody frees you from your body. It's the soul. It's the soul that needs surgery. Are you happy with yourself? Pretty hurts. Pretty hurts. No one is perfect. Perfection is a disease of a nation. We always want to strive for progression over perfection. If you are waking up every day thinking that you're going to be perfect, that what you're seeing on social media is perfect, what you see people post about their businesses is perfect, that is false. You just want to strive for progression. When you see people post on social media, especially, you're only seeing what they are willing to put out there. People aren't often putting out the bad things, or people just in day-to-day life aren't always talking about the bad things either. They're talking about what is going well for them because they want the perception that everything is perfect, when in reality, no one is perfect. Be kind, be dedicated to improving yourself, and spread positivity. A lot of the themes in these songs are overlapping about building self-confidence, being kind, being positive, putting out good energy, making sure that you yourself are as together as you can be for yourself before moving on to your business, your kids, your family, whatever other priorities and responsibilities you have going on. And you have to think, are you happy with yourself? This can be a very challenging question for people. And I do encourage you to journal on it or think about it. But are you happy with yourself? And if you're not, what can you do to start changing that today? Flawless remix. We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful. Otherwise, you'll threaten the man. But why do we teach girls to aspire to marriage and we don't teach boys the same? We raise girls to see each other as competitors, not for jobs or for accomplishments. So one, before I even get into my interpretation of the song, it's great that you are even here at this event for the purpose of uplifting women in business specifically. So that is amazing. And I hope that you definitely do connect with somebody while you're here, and when you're out of it, talk to them, reach out, keep the connections, because having community really helps you in life overall and just business and whatever it is, because you never know who it is that you're going to need. But for the song and the first couple of lyrics, girls and boys are not treated the same, and we have different standards and expectations. So we know it is hard sometimes to show up because as women, we feel like everything is on our shoulders and we have to do everything. We can't stop, we can't rest, and we just know that that is actually not true. We need to rest, we need to pause, we need to stop and do things, and we need to stop limiting the expectations of girls and boys based off of just gender alone. You don't want to shrink yourself. Show up in the rooms authentically yourself. Be you in every space that you take up and what you're doing. Because again, you is what people are looking for. They don't want an imitation. They don't want something that you think that they're going to need. They want you. So be yourself and learn how to confidently be yourself. On the remix with Nicki Minaj, she's saying, or she's collaborating with her peers, and you can turn something from good to great, which is why, again, I emphasize being at this event and making connections and talking to people and getting to figure out how can you collaborate. And the song is even better with having Nicki Minaj on it than the original, in my opinion. And you always need to hype yourself and your circle up. Like, this song is spreading an important message, but it's also like a very hype song. And when you watch the video of them performing it, like, they're having a great time. And in our collaborations, you can't say yes to everyone. Like, you don't see Beyonce collaborating with everybody because everybody is not on Beyonce's level and vice versa. Beyonce might not be on some other people's level. That could be a little hard to believe with her being Beyonce, but it is the truth that everybody's work does not align with each other. So you want to strive for quality over quantity and make sure that your energies match with the people that you are collaborating with. Diva. Diva is a female version of a hustler, Because my ladies up in here, they like to talk back. I want to see her. I'd like to meet her. What did you say? She ain't no diva. Hustle, that is to have courage, confidence, self-belief, and self-determination to go out there and work it out until you find the opportunities you want in life. Life is very difficult. And that's why, like, for my business, the Adulting Queen, the slogan is adulting is lit, crossed out, ghetto, because it's just like so hard to be a human and to be an adult. But if you, again, wake up, you are having confidence, you're having courage, you're going out there being the diva that you know you can be, things will work out for you. That doesn't mean things will always be easy, but they will work out if you are showing up to do the work that you need to do for yourself. Bigger. If you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up because you're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger, not just a speck in the universe, not just some words in a Bible verse. Look up, don't look down, then watch the answers unfold. Life is your birthright. They hid that in the fine print. Take the pen and rewrite it. Step out your estimate, step in your essence, and know that you're excellent. Let love be the water. I pour into you and you pour into me. There ain't no drought here. Bloom into our actual powers. So Bigger, first of all, this song and the whole album, The Gift Lion King, is amazing. It really helped me personally when my grandma passed away. I felt like reconnected to her and like my family and just what our legacies are here listening to the whole album. So I could even just do a separate talk on just that album alone, but I picked out some of the songs, Bigger being one of them. And I feel like you need to use your voice to make a difference and know that you're going to rise no matter what. Again, I'm emphasizing the same things over and over because the negative things in life or the things that bring us down really bring us down sometimes. It's hard to get out of that. But if we try to be proactive about how we rest, how we self-care, show self-care for ourselves, how we show up for ourselves, then the rest will feel a little easier in those hard times. So even when you have a hard time, it's not like you're never going to get out of it. You will overcome it and you are going to rise. We're bigger than the picture that they framed us to see. Break out of those stereotypes. It doesn't matter what your brother said you were going to be, your mother, your grandma, your father, whoever it was that said something about you. If you know that is not you and that's not how you want to show up, you control that and you can break out of those boxes of where people put you in and thought that you should be. Again, be confident in your abilities. When you're not confident in yourself, it shows, and also it makes it harder for other people to feel confident in themselves. When you are radiating energy that somebody really feels and resonates with and is helping them to be a better person, that is what we all are seeking for. We look for things in other people that we might not be emulating so that we can start trying to do those things. And when you see somebody doing it, you know that it is then possible. Forgiveness is key because we're fighting something way bigger. And when I like hear this part of it, I just think that like this world is a mess. There is a lot going on. People are doing the best that they can do. We do need to forgive, one, starting with forgiving ourselves, but also forgiving others so that we are able to move forward and just be confident, be positive, be healthy, be whole in this crazy, crazy world that we're living in. Spirit, yeah, and the water's crashing, trying to keep your head up high while you're trembling. That's when the magic happens. Your destiny is coming close. Stand up and fight. So go into that far off land and be one with the great I am and watch the heavens open up. This song brings peace and hope. Like when I first heard it before the entire album came out, it just made you feel so calm and so like together and like, okay, I'm going to make it. Like things are going to be okay. And things may get rough, but your destiny is coming. Again, just for my own life personally, I think that when I got into my business, it was because something that I just liked doing and people asked me a lot of questions about, and I realized that it was something that I was good at. But at the time, I was working full-time in education, and in 2021, I made a really hard decision to leave my job just because like I was not okay. Like I could not do it anymore. I had conversations with my supervisor, I had conversations with colleagues, students, and I just was like, I cannot do this anymore. I thankfully found a new job pretty quickly within like a month and a half or so, but found myself this year in the same exact predicament that I was like, this job is actually worse than the job I had before, and I cannot be here any longer, and I need to leave. So I did leave. Ironically, it was the same exact day in 2021 that I was leaving the job in 2023. So it was hard and odd and just like a lot of different emotions. And I feel like now I'm in a better space that I can talk about it. But to go back to knowing that your destiny is coming, it's been almost like 4 months since I left that job, and I've just been focusing on my business full time. For me personally, I do want to still work a 9-to-5 job and do my business, just figuring out how to balance that. But I think the past 4 months has been like super clarifying of like what I like to do, what I need in a work environment, what I need for my business, and what I also need for myself. So I feel like after this, I'm going to listen to Spirit again because I'm just feeling the words and the song and the message that is spreading, that like your destiny is coming, even though bad things are happening or you feel like you don't know what to do, things are working out. And when you get to the other side, you're always amazed. And I feel like that's what keeps me going through these difficult times. And Simba thought that he was lost when his father died, and he ended up becoming the king of the kingdom when his father passed away. So just keep your head up and keep going. Find your way back. It's a big, big world, but baby, you got to find your way back. Don't let this life drive you crazy. Daddy used to tell me, look up at the stars. It's been a long time, but remember who you are. Always have something that grounds you. Slow down, rest, and get back to you. And most importantly, remember who you are. Whether that's journaling, you are calling friends, listening to music, going outside, you need to do what is going to help you be grounded. And lastly, I was here. I want to leave my footprints on the sand of time. Know that there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets, leave something to remember so they won't forget. The hearts I've touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see. I was here, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, and left this world a little bit better just because I was here. So if I have a song that plays the room, plays every time I leave the room, this would be mine. I want to just inspire people to do something good, no matter how big or small. And I challenge you to do the same, because small acts of kindness can really go a long way for somebody. So overall, I hope that you really got something out of this that you can take with you, and that even for your own artists that you like, think about their songs and how you can formulate those into messages that are motivating you to be better, to do better, and just keep pushing through in your business and your personal life, no matter what that might be.
Beautiful. Look, I look wore out now because of y'all. Amber, listen. Don't be mad at me, sis. They played around all day, so we got 3 minutes, sis.
No problem. No problem.
The best I can do is try to put the trains back on the track, okay? But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You had a lot of Beyonce stands in the chat, really going in. Y'all, if raise your hand if you want to come to the stage to say anything to Amber, whether it's a question, reflections, giving her flowers, and or put a question in the Q&A box, okay? Um, and we'll bring you up or either show the question up on the stage. While they're queuing that up, Amber, I guess I have a question for you. What sparked and I think I know, but what sparked the Beyonce backdrop, right? To all of the affirmative gems that you dropped. Is it like you're a huge stan? Is it something else?
Yeah, so I do love Beyonce. I will not say I feel like I'm Beehive. People will categorize me as Beehive, but I'm not like a crazy fan that's about to go to bat with you because you say you don't like her or whatever. Like, I don't care that you don't like her or your feelings about her. You can have whatever feelings you have about Beyonce. I like Beyonce. I think she's great. I take a lot away from her work. I did this first in 2020, actually, when I was still working at a college. I did a leadership thing for orientation leaders. And I was like, what's going to be something
Yeah,
that's fun online? Because I don't like boring presentations. I was like,
yeah,
what's going to be something that's fun visually, something they can relate to? I was like, Beyonce, music, tie in her songs to leadership. And then I've done this probably now over like 10, 15 times, this one
yeah,
specific presentation, because I feel like it resonates with any person, any level. You can be a student, you can be older, you can be younger, business owner. It just relates
yeah.
to everybody. Whether you like Beyonce or know her music or not, I feel like it's still something that resonates. And you then start thinking about like the people and music you listen to and how that can tie into your
Yeah.
life.
I appreciate that, sis. Because let me tell you something now. We got to on the Blaze side, we got to reel in these babies, okay? These Gen Zers. And so, do you what are your specialty? What is your specialty in entrepreneurship? Are you
Yes.
marketing? What's going on?
So I would say I'm very multifaceted, and I had a Instagram live yesterday when I was talking to somebody. But I feel like the things that I can off the bat just talk to somebody about is definitely like marketing and kind of like branding to be on brand with like you or your business. Definitely being relatable to any type of person, because when I started my business, it kind of was college age students, but it's expanded to be everybody because as I get older, like I'm becoming an older adult and I'm learning new things, but I'm still working with high school and college age students. And then parenting your parents is a whole nother thing. So I
Mhm.
think that being relatable to multiple generations is something that I'm very good at, and being able to connect to people and build community amongst that, no matter like what environment you're in.
Okay. And that wasn't an interview question, I promise. I was just trying to
Oh,
gauge just to
no,
see if,
it's fine.
if we had to do a tap. All right. So China, I'm bringing you to the stage. And after this, y'all, we gotta go into the DJ set. And listen, I ain't
But
playing
I'll
with
be back
y'all.
tomorrow. So
Yeah, Amber is back tomorrow,
I'll be ready
actually.
to
With the workshop. This is her Blaze talk, but Amber is back with a workshop tomorrow that's called Am I Professional Enough? But Fro with FRO, okay?
I don't have the
Um,
flow out today, but usually I do.
We like it. Okay, so China, it's yours, and then for real, y'all, get your mat ready and stuff because this is Amber. I mean, this is Megan Donovan's last time doing the Pilates, so we got to get it in after the DJ set. Don't play. The mic is yours, China.
All right. Hi, Amber. So I am not a part of the Beehive either, although I do love Beyonce's music. My sister is a part of the Beehive, and she's a swarmer. Okay, you guys. But when you mentioned the song Diva, I would have to say that is one of my favorite songs by Beyonce. And so the lyrics, this one verse. So when she said, "I told you, give me a minute, and I'll be right back," that started playing loud in my head because I feel like that's exactly where I am. I come from a family of entrepreneurs and dreamers. But this is the sad part, you all. No one ever like completed or finished their dream, their business, their goal. They never completed it. And so that verse from Diva, when she said, you know, I told you to give me a minute and I'll be right back. I feel like that's where I am right now, because I feel like it is my responsibility to show those that came before me and those that are younger than me, like, hey, you all, like, I'm going to show you all that I can, you know, lead the way by breaking these barriers. What held those that came before me, you know. So yeah, I just want to share that.
No, that's a good one. I think I'm gonna pull that part out again too and emphasize on that, because every time I listen to them too, like I try to re-listen before I do it again to pull out different messages, just because like it depends on where you're at and like what that song's resonating with you. Like Best I Ever Had can either be a sad song for you or like a great song for you, depending on like where you're at.
Yes, definitely. So I definitely appreciate you.
And
Thank you,
thank you for saying that, because you're actually articulating what I see a lot of folks doing in the chat. Somebody said they're gonna do a Jay-Z breakdown. Somebody else said they're gonna for their audience. Somebody else said that they're gonna take their own songs and pull affirmations from it. So you are reflective of a lot of other people's sentiment. So thank you for coming to the stage and saying that. Appreciate you, Mama.
No, thank you all. This was great, and that's what I like to do too in my presentations. That like I did it Beyonce, but like you can do Meg Thee Stallion. Actually,
Right.
I don't know if she's in this session. Shout out to Jasmine Prince, who also is a Blazer. At her institution she was working at, she inspired her students to mimic mine, but they did Meg Thee Stallion. So like that was cool. I've heard people say they're going to do it with Kendrick. So
yeah. I'll show you. A big shout out to Jazz, because I didn't know this, but she told me like she was your bridge to Blaze. Like she told you about Black Market last time. Super dope. Super dope. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much, Amber, the adulting queen. Amber always says adulting is ghetto because nobody teaches you how to prepare for that shit. So here she is, y'all, and she definitely makes it more relatable. Appreciate you, Mamacita.
Thank you.
I say, all right, y'all. So good. Like I am so full. Right now we have the DJ set that we are late for, so we're going over there. Right now is DJ T.O. on the ones and twos. And then I keep saying this, y'all, because I'm serious now. Let's do some Pilates today, okay? Like, let's do some Pilates, and then this is the middle of the day. So right after the Pilates, we're actually going straight into a workshop called Creative Nervous System. So kind of tying in, because that's our last wellness session, kind of tying in as wellness to your leadership, essentially, because like this should not be this cool thing you do at the Blaze Virtual Summit, and then outside of the summit, you toe up. Okay, you're not healthy, you're not active, you're not walking, you're not getting your steps in. You know, like we're not trying to be toe up. We are simulating our real life experiences. Okay, and then we're ending the day with a fireside chat, pretty intimate between Flo and I. Okay, on knowing what to quit, because I need you to put this on your calendar. Because a lot of times we, Black women, we give up the whole business instead of trimming the fat. Right? We have a tendency to give up the whole thing instead of trimming the fat. And that's not how the game should go, right? It should be that you are evolving, right? And after 10 years, it's revolutionary. It ain't you make a big revolutionary act and it's like, no, like you just evolve. Evolutionary practices lead to revolutionary results. All right. Yes, Yvonne, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I shy. All right, I'll see y'all in the DJ set. Let's kick it. Let's Pilates it. And then we're going to go into our last two linings of the day. Love